I'm Glenn, and I'm an entrepreneur. I've actually got two businesses. One is in property, but the main one is in e-commerce. So we sell products in the UK and the United States, and we're just about to go into Canada. And we're on various platforms. But the main platform that people may have heard of is called Amazon. The UK one is focused on human supplements, multivitamins, those type of things. And then the US one is mainly focused on pet supplements and pet grooming products. So the supplement will be something that would help elderly dogs with their hip and joint problems. And a grooming product will be do a range of shampoos. We've got about over 40 products in the United States. I think the point about entrepreneurship is there are two things. The main thing is you're dealing with resources all the time. You're coordinating resources, a bit like an orchestra conductor tries to get all those different parts of the orchestra to play, a wonderful symphony. At the same time, you're managing risk. So it's not an easy option to be an entrepreneur, but the upside is the reward could be considerable. My average working day does kind of vary, but generally it's a similar group of tasks. Essentially, I'm dealing with things that may have happened overnight, so there may be emails come in or things to react to. There's working with a team. There's now 5 of us in the business, so there are various meetings throughout the day depending on what we're doing. I particularly, as part of the team, I focus on the finance elements of things. So there's always people to pay and money to move around. So I do that. And then there's what I call project work. We're going into Canada soon. So there are various things we need to do to set up in Canada. And we also need to make sure we can get our products over the border into Canada. So there's a number of things I need to do. Yeah. So as I say, I deal with the kind of finance and compliance things. So we have to submit things like VAT returns every quarter, and we have to do year-end accounts, that kind of thing. I do the stuff that everybody else doesn't want to do. I kind of enjoyed English very much, and computer science. So I actually finished top of my year on computer science. And that then kind of inspired me to go into an IT career initially. I had what I call a corporate career where I worked for large companies for quite some time. And then there was a restructure in one of the companies I was working for. I had a department of about 60 people reporting to me. There was a restructure, and I kind of had the opportunity to stay on or leave. And so I took the leave option. And then I was looking for other things and thinking, do I just want to do the same thing? And then a kind of opportunity came along to start my own business. And it kind of was that crossroads moment of, do I just carry on what I'm doing, or do I take a different path? An entrepreneur has the opportunity of building something of value that they can then sell on. The world has really changed quite rapidly since I was at school. It's much easier to reach your customers. It's much easier to set up. It's much easier to do a lot of things that you couldn't really do before unless you had a lot of money. So I was inspired by the fact that the way the world was changing, and within that, with any change, there is opportunity. And there are people like Richard Branson, and you look at people like people may have heard this chap called Jeff Bezos. Now he founded Amazon. He started his business in his garage, and they just sold books first of all for quite some time. But last year their turnover was over $400 billion, and that's just on the e-commerce side. Entrepreneur, you kind of got to stay curious all the time, because what you're trying to do is to understand lots of things, but kind of buying behavior, understand people, you understand markets, what's going on in the world. These are all relevant things. So watch the news, understand business. What are the latest trends? What are people buying? What are they not buying? I'd urge you to kind of engage with that, but do it through a lens of being critical about that. Don't just take the news as it's presented to you. Why is that happening? How's the world changing? What does it mean for me? What does it mean for my family? What does it mean for my country? What does it mean for society? What does it mean for my business or my potential business? My business is e-commerce, and that's just one type of business segment that an entrepreneur can focus on. But it could, entrepreneurial skills, if we look at it in those sort of terms, could embrace a wide spectrum. There's much more opportunity now than there has ever been to do entrepreneurship, and it's become very sort of democratic. So it's kind of anybody can do it if you've got the right mindset and you actually want to do it. Just consider it and just find out as much as you can, and then you can consider it alongside other choices. And rule it in or rule it out, and that's absolutely fine. But do engage with it and find out as much as you can.